you know, Beyond Gaming coming from PCS, they look like an entire different team to what actually showed up here at the first stages of play. It did not look like the team that was challenging PSG. Just quite frankly, looked like Doggo Esports. Like that was what we saw come out from Beyond Gaming. Galatasaray as well, a team that Emily was talking about that came in with actually some sort of weak early game from what they had in TCL. They weren't very proactive. Then all of a sudden, first stages of play,
look how many pings are going down on Mojito right now. They know that he's in that area of the map. He's going to jump across the ward, has the Oracle sticking away. Husha waiting in the wings, not yet level 6. Liang dives forward. There's a slicing match from TP coming in as the Shadow Assault is being used. And Liang is dead before anyone can respond. Maoan with the TP coming in. Swell Seed used. There's the bait, tempered bait. And we'll be able to get a kill off the back of it. And that fate sealed there from Maoan was able to get a counter kill, but Beyond Gaming having to burn the TP
flash
to get
Liang
into
just
that
yet.
fight.
Remember that, and Crazy has ultimate.
Flawless Turret coming out. There's a slicing motion for the stun. The Flawless Turret second proc will be way too late. Mojito. As you travel back with your soul, you can cancel the sleep. So Maoan there eats the bubbles. Like, okay, well, I'll just go back to my soul and I will be fine. And they look for the trade. Stolen away. There's the Swell Seed going out as well with the lilting lullaby. And Mojito has his camp stolen, his life taken away. They managed it for a bit, and then it started to crumble a little bit. And now with the Rift Tower going down in the mid lane, you can see Maoan just trading onto Mojito here. Rift Tower's going to charge in. They won't get all the plates still. 2 remaining on that mid lane tower. But for Beyond, this is a very nice state of affairs. Gold now even, and although Doggo has been put behind a little bit, he's about 200 gold behind in the bottom lane, he can still be really strong as the game goes on. There's actually a fight going on in the top lane. It's crazy, just solo kills Liang.
And a lot of supports have been out in Braum, but speaking of bot lane,
I like that cleanse here. He can just cleanse that one out. Kino's going to get turned back on. The Solar Flare only gets the slow as they turn back onto Kino here, and with Glacial Fisher, he's going to have to try and flash away. 150 HP on him. Flash forward, exhaust, stun once again. They try and root up alive, but the Unbreakable from Zergsting keeps Doggo at bay. Killer instinct, one more auto is enough. Husha coming in from the side as well as the concussive blows will proc onto Doggo. Mojito's here to join the fray. Lilting Lullaby available for Husha. He will put alive to sleep and then make him not alive anymore. Mojito a little bit too late for the play.
Just like this, they keep the pressure going here. I still like it for Galatasaray. Bolulu, he's willing to give up CS to move up here. He's willing to continue to see if they can get some picks on this weaker top lane with the CC of Crazy. But with Rift Herald spawning in just a moment, there could be more skirmishes to arise.
They're looking for alive, no flash, no cleanse, no way out of this one. Solar Flare finds his mark and Kino will take the kill. Zergsting next on the menu as Maoan will join the fray. Want to give this one over to Doggo if you can. Doggo takes it 2-0-2 now on the Kaisa.
And just like that, this game feels very Beyond Gaming favored. We were talking about how pivotal the early game was from both teams here, but Beyond, one of these teams that would be willing to outperform them in team fights later just because you have Doggo. And speaking of the man, 2-0-2 right now, Kraken Slayer in hand, and it looks like
over-expected from Beyond as they look for a fight in the mid lane. Solar Flare coming out, Alive's able to dodge away. TP's now used by both teams. There's a flank here for Beyond, but already Kino's dead in the slicing Maelstrom will rip them asunder! Vanguard's Edge does nothing. Liang immediately exhausted. Maoan trying to trade in here, but he will be shut down by Mojito. And Galatasaray, seemingly out of nowhere, find the fight they were looking for.
And that was just so overforced for the side of Beyond Gaming, and it looks like Bolulu, he's not even done yet. You are up against Doggo, and you are going to have to bail out after that one. Doggo doing some good trading there, but that was Beyond Gaming looking for that fight. They were the one who flashed in, and honestly, it leaves me with some question marks because they were the one who was pushing in the mid lane. They were the one with vision control around to Drake, and you could have just waited for Galatasaray to come into you rather than moving on the support here. Really questionable plays, really.
Just a call that shouldn't have been made
Plan is
there
pushing
by
the bot lane.
Beyond again.
It's going to take ages before he reached the tower, and because of this, they get time to play around with. They get time to be proactive.
Shadow Assault onto Liang. He's going to use the Vanguard's Edge and try and dive back onto Mojito, who is dead. Liang in the 2v1 manages to get away until Bolulu flashes for the final order, but now Beyond know they have a man advantage in the mid lane. They know there were 3 players from Galatasaray on the top side of the map, and they've been outmoved here. This is a tier 2 falling in the mid lane. Beyond can now back away and get vision around the Baron as well. Up around this dragon. Ocean Soul up for Galatasaray. In 5 seconds time would be Beyond's first dragon of the game, but Galatasaray are looking for this fight. This could be where the battle's won, as you say. Husha forced away, can heal up from jungle camps, but there's a sleep once again onto Liang, and Bolulu continues to land these. Liang forced to walk away. Husha's healed up, has used the smite, but has another one coming in about 10 seconds time. Galatasaray now have control of the battleground, control of this war zone. Beyond in that bush, just trying to hide, trying to keep Galatasaray guessing as to where they could be. Husha Still there, Liang back, but look at the damage from Bolulu in the fight against the Ocean Drake is secured. TP's coming in and beyond, you have to take this fight right now, because otherwise you're just going to lose to the Ocean Drake. Flawless Joy coming out, slicing mouse from Muse as well. Doggo diving into the back line, and there's damage. Maoan take one. Liang's able to get a kill up towards the back as well as Husha tries to dive onto Alive. Bolulu, Zergsting and Alive, retreating, stepping back, walking away from beyond right now, but Husha still on the chase. No losing Lullaby, but he gets the slow with a swell seed. Kino doesn't have flash. He will go in for it. There's a flawless threat, but this stopwatch from Bolulu will keep him alive. He manages to get a 1-for-1. Alive and Zergsting now backing away. Will they try and contest at this Baron?
They're going to go for it. There's still 20 seconds on towards the solo laners of Crazy here. He does have that teleport with this Baron. It is going down fast. It is Doggo, so they need to neutralize him. Cleanse have been issued.
Cleanse away from the Winter Spike to the slow. That's the Baron low. Husha, no smite, no smite, no smite. Alive, alive, but not for very long. Shutdown comes in. Husha keeps the Baron aggroed and beyond play that about as well as they could. They take the Baron and they take down Alive and Zergsting. Start the Baron. They spot Zergsting. They do not know that Mojito is here. They put a couple of wards in the back of the pit and Bolulu's going to continue to put the paddle stars out. Didn't jump across the wall. Here goes Mojito. Shadow Assault in. Glacial Fisher used as well. The Dragon reset. They got it! Oh, Bolulu! You absolute madman! I can't believe Bolulu secures it for his team. Elder now on Galatasaray and take a
He should just start it off before
Bolulu.
Mojito can join the fight, and I think that is going to be the call.
Gonna kick it off. 11,000 HP on that Baron. Zergsting's gonna face check into Kino. They don't have vision on this. Well, Seed goes wide. That Baron's gone before they can even get that solar flare coming out as well. And perhaps Beyond will look to take this fight. Bait sealed into the sleep. Into Doggo diving into the backline. Bolulu flashes away. Doggo goes godlike. Crazy retreating from this as well. And Galatasaray will just want to save every man they can. Zergsting trying to trade onto Kino here. A couple of auto attacks would have been enough with that Elder buff. Ticking, ticking, ticking. Kino will manage to survive. Doggo almost eats a paddle star. Crazy goes in. Slicing Mushroom. This is a perfect decision here from Galatasaray because they know they can get Doggo caught out. Shadow Assault across the wall and there's the shutdown. Now the AD carry's dead. Mojito still diving forward. Oh! Give this man a gold medal, TCL, because he's putting you on his back this game. Bolulu slept on the back line with the looting Lullaby. It's a double sleep coming out, but Crazy can just put the damage down by himself. Kino's down, shut down. In the end, Liang's going to try and dive back in, but Bolulu, the paddling, he's just slapping them around right now. Liang goes to sleep. The stopwatch is popped. The GA goes down. And Bolulu, he is not done.
In the heat of controversy, he doesn't miss. In the heat of battle, he doesn't miss. And Bolulu for Galatasaray is the man of the hour.
Importantly, Galatasaray do not have a ward on the dragon itself, so they don't have that sneaky little bit of vision they had before. Husha has to flash across the wall. Zergsting now stepping forward. Galatasaray emboldened, emblazoned by the fact that Bolulu continues to land this poke, can push themselves into the river, but it's through a choke point, which is always a little bit tricky. Husha back to about full HP after healing off a single camp. Why on earth champions can do that, I will never know, but he's done it for now. Elder Drake started up. Husha, no smite on the Lillia. Doggo's going to keep it aggro, but now Bolulu once again. Kino down to half HP. That's the tank. It is as Zonya's Leona, so not as tanky as perhaps she might be, but you can just see the damage that Bolulu can do by himself with a single paddle star into the sleep. Fate Seal will get him away, and Maoan will be just outside of range. That Elder is still ticking away. In fact, it's not, but Galatasaray didn't know that, and nor did I. We were in the same lack of vision as they were. Liang pushes in the mid wave. Look at where the waves are. Bot lane pushing in towards Beyond. Pushing in towards Galatasaray.
It's becoming so tense, and at this point, Galatasaray, they've opted up to just fret them forward, but at this point, they're just backing off completely. It looks like they want to be the one who's turning onto them. They want to be the one forcing the fight, but Kino, he's alone in the front line now.
Husha, smite, no flash. They do see the Elder, 6,000 HP on it. Husha with the swell seed, Alive dodges away. TP coming into the mid lane, that's Liang going to try and join this fight, but that's 4,000 HP already on the Dragon. You can see Galatasaray are looking for it. It's taken. Alive will secure it, and now the Elder Drake means that Beyond have to run for the hills. They have to run for their life because already one of them has died. Husha down. Liang puts the Vanguard's edge out, has to flash the wall, but Mojito's on the chase. Doesn't have the Shadow Assault, but can still force himself forward here. Liang falls asleep, and that Guardian Angel's more like a Guardian Devil, because Galatasaray very willing to take you as soon as you die after it. Now, 19 kills to 19, Galatasaray will force themselves down this mid lane.
And Beyond Gaming, you can't forfeit an objective like that. Once you've started it, you have to flip it. If you don't flip it, then the enemy will just take it. And that's exactly what happens. And now, still the Ocean Soul, the second Elder Drake, and Bolulu now with a flash in hand to execute anyone with a single paddle star.
got to give credit to Mojito and to Galatasaray as a team. There were a few fights around these objectives where they were behind, but they secured the soul, they secured the first elder, they secured the second elder, and they continue just to push forward here. The Nexus Towers are the targets here, and they will fall. Galatasaray from behind strike first